Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Titan and NIP playing here. I'm with Flaren. We've got the ex-NIP team assembled.
Yeah,
how do you feel about this?
I got tearful watching GetRight's GetRight video. I was like, oh, GetRight.
I had a fun time with Heaton saying that, you know, we lost that game to GetRight, and then I quit. So out of it.
Yeah, right. Just wait.
It's kind of funny. But look, they're playing up against Titan, and I think Richard actually hit the nail on the head there. Shox is a terrific player, and I think he's definitely one of the people who could stop NIP right here on Cobblestone. We're going to have to see NIP starting on the terrorist side. It will be Titan on the CT side with a bit of a stack at the back of the henhouse here. 2 people. Is that a trick coming in here for Flaren?
No, I mean, by the looks of it, Alu is just lurking, right? So then NIP has 2 drop zones. It's just going to be a regular B-split here.
Oh, Existence is going to open up with a good kill on Forest, and he's hiding in the back here still, so they probably know where he is. But are they going to realize that there's 2 people back there? That's what I'm wondering about. Smith has shown himself as well, so now they definitely know. Existence going down, another headshot from Smith, and he's finally going to be dropped by Alu. Still looking good right here for the Frenchman. And Existence doing a fine job hiding, just staying alive. Scream coming up with a headshot of his own, and you can expect a lot more of those. It's going to be the round going in favor of Titan with Scream finishing it off, and a nice start for them.
Yeah, I've actually never, especially on pistol rounds and on Cobble, I actually never really liked the fact that, you know, Alu was just covering the flank, but by the time they hit the site, he's so far away, he can't really help him. You saw there for NIP, they couldn't even get to the site because Titan had 2 guys stacked in the hut there. It was a great hold.
Yeah, and I guess you can even tell here at the end, the 3 players that are left, they're all running in one at a time. There's no kind of group up at all. And it's hard for NIP to even try and return the frags. Even though they knew where Smiths and Existence were, they couldn't really come up with much of anything. Now, this round, Scout on GetRight, a little bit of armor, a little bit of everything, it seems. What do you think about this buy from NIP?
I actually don't like this at all, especially on Cobblestone, because you don't have any flashes. You only have P250. You have 1 flash and 1 scout. You can't really do anything. If Titan are smart here, they will not actually even take the duels. You see there with Titan, they have 3 guys with SMGs, actually 4 and 1 M4. So I just think that this is a very sloppy buy from NIP. At least get some more nades.
To find out if they can actually capitalize on this. Alu is going to be going down early on. Shox with the UMP to take him out. So a pretty good start. And right after that, you can tell that the French side, they're going to be falling back. They get that 1 kill. They don't want to risk anything more. Maybe... No, I actually don't think Alu had any armor. But they're probably going to realize for the third time now that some of them will have here. Shox getting a shot in there, but not going to be able to get the 3rd kill. Still not a bad trade.
Yeah, no, and for Titan here, oh, that was actually close. I was gonna say, when Titan then realized that they actually full bot with armor on the second guy that went down, they should just fall back. Because they don't have anything to go with, but just keep the corners and work with your SMGs.
And they're going to be RBK to finish off there. So Shox got 2 SMG kills, RBK got 2 as well. They did lose 2 players, but I mean, still not too bad. Their money's still going to be decent, and we're going to be moving to the 3rd round. NIP didn't get a bomb down. Did they get enough out of that round to hurt Titan?
No, not really. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't get the bomb down, sure, you can just go for a buy, but then just do something together. Have like Exist buy, a smoke and 2 flashbangs, and maybe hit A again, or even B with an execute to try to get the bomb down, because that's really what you're looking for when you do a buy like that.
See, really light buy. I mean, 2 pistols being picked up this time by NIP. Glocks on the rest. GetRight with a single flashbang, which I'm a big fan of. Just the $200 investment. See if you can't make it work. I think it's almost always worth it to try and do it. Alu has already gone down, and Titan, I mean, if they can make the people, I would always say they have 3 SMGs, some of them need to be pushing, and one of them is, I'm glad to see that Shox actually being very aggressive here.
Yeah, that's what we need, because you know they're going to get a full save. Oh, that's last though.
They're actually jumping on top of Smith. He picks up 2 kills. One of them, I think, was literally standing on his face, and Shox is going to pick up the last one there. So again, just counting the SMG kills here. This is looking good for Titan. Yeah,
I mean, that's just as they were running through the smoke. That's something that like every team should actually do on the 3rd round, especially when you know that they 4-spot last round.
Yeah.
So then you know they won't have anything. They won't have armor, just Glocks. Then you want to be actually very aggressive with SMGs. Make sure you get the kills so you actually get a payout for buying that.
Yeah, just to catch everyone up in case there are newcomers out there to the game. We obviously hope there are a lot of them. You do get different kill rewards for different weapons, and those SMGs, almost all of them except the P90, have a really high return on investment there. So you've got to keep that in mind. It's important. They've actually kept 2 of them, which also is a window of opportunity, I think, for NIP. AKs versus SMGs is definitely a favorable fight for NIP if it happens. There's also now 2 AWPs in play, 1 on Alu and 1 on Shox of all people, which is, I think, a reasonable choice.
Yeah, but Titan are playing this really smart with SMGs. You see RPK on the drop zone, and then Smits is very close. So he gets the close duels with SMGs, which is what he wants. So it's a very good, solid strat from Titan, and then obviously the rifles are a little bit further back, so in case they push, you have those weapons to work with as well.
Good point. Yeah, trying to optimize where the weapons are the most effective. I think there was an attempt to flash Forrest in, but he kind of got stuck on the wall then. Smith's on the other side. Maybe would have been blind enough that he could have got the kill. Either way, they are kind of running low on time here in IP. It's 45 seconds, and it looks like what might be some sort of A smoke execute here. They've got 2 smokes left.
Yeah, but they've been really smart about this. You see Titan, they only have 2 flashbangs like that, and that's not RPK. Everything, they don't have anything else, so this can actually work out for NIP.
Oh, now they're in the drop here. Existence going to go down immediately. Smith's close here with his MP7, looking for a shot on Forrest or Alu. He's going to get the first kill there. Alu next in line. He's going to take him out with the AWP. Still 4 versus 3 here. NIP coming out on top for the moment. Exist going to take down Scream, and RPK still alive. He gets 2 with the MP9, and now it's all on Alu. 15 seconds left in a 1 versus 2. Bomb is dropped in front of him. He has to either go and get the kills or try and get this bomb planted. He's going to miss the first shot. Picks up the bomb, but they're going to hunt for him, and Shocks will finish the round. 4-0 in favor of Titan, and a terrific round there. And you know, I was raining a little bit on those SMGs, but actually it was RPK with the double kill that made it work. Yeah, and actually the thing here for NIP, you see here it is RPK's round here when he actually gets to get, I don't know what gets right, he has to just completely whiffs the spray completely. But when they get the frag on the drop zone there, NIP should just push right away. They didn't. They just took their time, and without them having actually like any nades left. Same with Titan actually. You want to make sure that you get the bomb site fast and methodically, and then just get the bomb down, and the whole just didn't happen. So RPK just cleaned up. Yeah, they traded 2 for 1 initially, NIP in their favor, and still played it kind of slow. So you're right. Maybe that is what caused the ultimate downfall in that round. A big round to give up. Now they're back to Tech 9's and here, and RPK still doing great work. He must have a lot of money at this point. He only got the 1 kill this time, and Existence stole one of them with an HE grenade right to Forrest's face, and it's going to be Owl now back in a 1 versus 4. Not a lot that he could really do here. If he lands another kill, that would be almost take a slip up on Titan's part, in fact, and headshot from Smith, making sure Alu knows who's the boss here. Yeah, and a good round by Titan. You saw there, NIP just showed themselves in the middle. You had a fast rotation coming in from Titan. They had all 5 members towards the A bomb site. They just left to be completely open, especially because they saw the bomb. So good rotation coming from Titan. For NIP parts now, the round they did previously, it worked. You know, Titan had no nades left. They couldn't really hold the site anymore. It's just that NIP just needs to execute a little bit better. Right now, Smith is top fragging, which is probably not the player on Titan that we're looking for to do it, but I mean, if he's going to carry the show early on, that is a good sign for them anyway. We're going to be moving into the 6th round here again. Similar setup for NIP, AWP on Alu, some AKs on the rest, and let's see how they plan to open up this round. They're a lot more spread out than their previous rifle round. They don't have everyone just stacked outside of me this time.
Yeah, you see here, look at Shocks. He's actually very aggressive. Interesting around the board. Could have happened.
Forrest getting the refrag on Smith at least, and trying for the fight with Existence, which may have been a little bit too much. He's going to end up losing it, and now we're playing 4 versus 3 in favor of Titan as well. Gerai very low, and Existence going to hunt him down. That's a double kill. And Existence playstyle now and in the past 2, maybe 2.5 months has just been so fresh. It's like a complete return. I mean, for him, it's actually almost a return to see a source rather than any kind of career he's had in Global Offensive, but he's playing at a much higher level.
Yeah, I think that one of the reasons why is when they got Shocks and Scream back on the lineup, I think they had to talk together. It's like, well, you know, since we need to mix some things up. We can't just keep on going like you guys did with Kenny S and Apex. Like, we need something new. And you see there, he actually completely changed the playstyle, which is great.
Going to be a 3rd kill here for the captain of the Titan team, and now it's all down to Freiburg. The 1 versus 4 up on the plateau, a horrible position, and RPK is going to pick it up here. But I've got to say, if you've been, I mean, Existence, I think, especially early on in Global Offensive, I think the thing that he was most famous for was having that very aggressive leading style. Whenever people saw him land, he would be, you know, shouting at his teammates and really controlling everying.
Yeah.
And it seemed like at some point he sort of dived into a period that was almost like a period of depression where he didn't really care anymore, almost.
Yeah.
To see him play like this now, it's actually super refreshing. I'm very, very excited for it. I feel like it's been a really long time coming. I actually thought for a while maybe he's considering if he should just retire, because it felt like he was not really interested anymore. But this is not the Existence we're seeing here. 6-0 in favor of Titan.
Yeah, you see a complete force fight coming from NIP. They do have the smokes and Molotovs though, so let's actually see if they go a little bit faster.
Well, they are going to go fast, and a little bit of a slip up there from RPK. Didn't have to continue to take that fight. He could have fallen back and just try to stay safe, but he wanted to see if he could win it. Scream and Existence though will pick it up, and of course NIP don't have a lot of equipment here. Smith is going to get one party shot on Forrest. It's going to be annoying. Exist and Freiburg are left 2 versus 3. This is a doable round. They got Tech 9, they got armor, now they're in the smoke trying to see if they can escape. Freiburg gonna go down, and Exist will fall as well. It's gonna be Scream picking up a triple kill for a 7-0 victory. Fiflaren, what has to change for NIP? What kind of switch can they make right now?
Well, actually, this round, the fourth fight was the first round they actually did something together. Actually, they just rushed out every single person just to try and get the bomb site. You saw the 2 rounds ago when they full bought. They actually went out one by one in the smoke. So get with low HP, go down, and then Titan just locked it down. Here, actually, at least they're a little bit faster and together. I want to see more of that. I want to see almost the same strat, but with weapons. Because you did get the entry onto RPK, and you even got Smiths in such a lockdown. He couldn't move anywhere, and he didn't get any help. Get him early, and then all of a sudden you have the whole bomb site to yourself.
We'll see if NIP have managed to identify a similar weakness in the Titan setup and see if they can actually make this work.
It looks to be the same. Oh, they're going to go to drop zone instead. It looked to be the same because right now they don't have no mid control. You look at Shox, he's all alone on the A bomb side. He's not hearing anyone. The smoke that he just threw was obviously his own, so he still have full control.
Got that Molotov up as well, a couple of flashbangs left, and now he's actually getting a lot of backup. RPK and Scream coming in behind him, so NIP, all they've done right now is waste a lot of time. Still have not got the entry frag, and they need one somewhere. Shock still hiding close by here. Now Backward is kind of far away. If they rush him down, he's probably going to get killed, but instead they're going to walk right into RPK, gets the one headshot, second one as well, he gets a double before Alu takes him out. The Scream is still waiting here, and of course it's going to be a headshot. Shock's to take down Freiburg, and Get Right will be left here. The bomb was dropped up there as well by Scream, so everything falling apart for NIP that round. It looked like they were trying to throw some sort of mind game, because I think you're right, the initial setup was the same, so maybe they were trying to telegraph that, oh, we're over here by B again doing our thing, throwing some smokes in, but it just didn't work out. When they rotated back to A, they got caught.
Yeah, and this is something that a lot of teams actually do on this map on the team side, is that they don't actually take map control at all. They just stick together, all 5 go towards B or go towards A, and then what happens is that for the CTs, it's such an easy rotate for them, so they don't really have to even take a guess. They just know it's like, well, nothing has happened here, there's no one here, just rotate. That's why Titan rotated 2 more people towards the A bomb site to help Shox. Existence was all the way pushed in, and he had full control of the B bomb site.
So right now, 8-0 in favor of Titan. I think a tactical timeout for NIP.
Yep.
Get Right also died after the clock had run out, which means you don't get the losing bonus. You lose your rifle, of course. You see $400 you see at the corner there. Not a lot to work with, so things right now are shaping up very badly for the Swedish team indeed. But I've got to say, I am excited to see Titan play as well. I mean, this team, and maybe especially with Existence as the captain, they've really been through a lot, haven't they, in the last year and a half?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that this map actually heavily favored Titan coming into the tournament. It was between Dust 2 and Cobblestone, just a 50-50. I'm sure NIP would love to play Dust 2 instead. Instead, they end up getting Cobblestone. It's a map like the desk was saying, they didn't really play. They didn't play it almost a single time in the past major, right? So. Map heavily favored Titan, especially when they play like this. NIP, they just need to do something together, try a fast round, just work together as a team. And it's quite surprising, actually, because I spoke to the NIP players 2 weeks ago, I think. Maybe a little bit longer. And there were rumors that Freiburg would be the in-game leader. They might have actually switched again. You see Richard in the middle. But yeah, Freiburg actually tried to call for a few games online. Yeah, and it was a little bit shaky in the beginning, but actually... during the official games they had, it was actually Freiburg calling and not Exist. Because you did see a new kind of light in there. People were calling it the YOLO style, where they just run and kill people, but they've been playing a lot better, right? But I think that was also one of the reasons why they changed in-game leaders. They got some more, maybe some... I wouldn't really call it new tactics, but more freedom and, play less afraid and just go for, shoot heads.
I was about to ask you that very question, that YOLO style, for lack of a better word, because that's what they employed when they were playing in Dubai as well. They were very aggressive, very fast. At that point in time, it didn't seem like they cared, but they still had better results than when they played the style that they played previously. So I am kind of like wondering where that's at right now. Speaking of Freiburg, not to throw anybody under the bus, but he hasn't got a kill yet. How does he mentally and personally get himself back in a game like this? Because obviously the pressure is on the whole of NIP right now, but it's got to be especially on him maybe.
Yeah, I mean, throughout probably for the half of this year, he hasn't really been playing too well. I did have a talk to him about it, and one of the main things that the reason why he's not playing well is because NIP as a whole is not playing well. It's been, you know, when you get so down as a team and, you know, you're not winning the games you should, you know, you're on a losing streak, you don't qualify for stuff, you go down early in tournaments, then what happens is you get more passive. You don't have the confidence that you had when you were winning events, right? You're like, well, I'm the best player in the world, I'm going to go kill this guy. You don't have that anymore. So what happens is that mindset that you get, it's just going to get to you, and then you will perform way worse, especially for an anti-tiger.
Yes, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Now, the question becomes then, can NIP fake it till they make it? Can they just pretend that they have the confidence and see if they can get back in here? They are 8 rounds, but 8 straight rounds with a Titan in a row, and obviously winning the pistol gave them a bit of an early boost, and they had a good setup as well. Let's see if the Ninjas can bring it back here. And right now, it's pistol, armor, a little bit of an execute still. They probably could try and get the bomb down here with a couple of smokes and some flashes. They can get that early frag on Existence, and they're going to get it. Forrest will take him out. That was close range with that P250. Perfect for him.
Yeah, for NIP, this is actually good. This was a good call just to not just rush out there, because when Existence went aggressive like that, you kind of know that, okay, there's someone else just waiting. No point in rushing out.
Oh, the bomb is down and drops, so now they kind of have to go and pick it up and scream. He's already been called that in from RPK. He's going to go down anyway. System Alan, two crucial kills. Smiths in a lot of trouble as well. More NIP members are coming in. It's going to be Exist to pick up Smiths, and down to Shocks now. In a 1 versus 3. He's got the Tech 9. They've got a lot of money, so he doesn't want to let this round go, but Exist is going to steal it away from him. Triple kill here for the Swedish player, and that's finally going to be a round for NIP. And of all the rounds they could have got, this was pistol armor.
Yeah, I mean, Scream had a really good position. He actually baited RPK there. When you saw RPK go down, Scream was also in the drop room, just waiting for them, but Exist just with an insta headshot on him. And on top of that, Exist is going down. I wouldn't really, you know, that push that Existence made, you don't really have to do that. I understand that you want more control, and, you know, there was a smoke there. But it's to the point where you should know that on an eco, especially after killing, after the round that has ended. So just, you know, believe in yourself and play more defensive, and just take them when they rush out towards the site.
Now, in spite of Titan winning 8 rounds in a row, NIP actually still have the chance to economically get them into a really weird position. There's not that much money on the CT side right now. They keep buying double orbs as well, which might have something to do with it. But there's still a chance, I think, for NIP to get back in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even you saw the first game there, Fnatic versus Vexed. Only got 5 rounds, switching over, and they just completely locked the whole site down. So it's not over yet. NIP just needs to get some momentum back in the game and actually get a few rounds on the board, because if it ends up in 14-1 fashion, yeah, it's going to be over.
Yeah, that might be too much to overcome, even with a little bit of NIP matches in there. It might still be magic hackers. There's always top 5 picks. Systems catching all. The bomb is now dropped. Oh, there's someone has to go back and pick it up. He almost gets a second kill. Get Right's going to take him down, though. Scream going to hit the 1 headshot, and now Get Right down to 10 health. RPK going to be picking up Alu, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Now that bomb is still back up there. Forrest, if he had it, he could have maybe run to A right now. It would have been a very different position, but somehow has to get back 20 seconds, and Shocks is going to shut him down. 9-1. And for Flaren again, just to reiterate here for all the new viewers, what happens is if you lose 5 rounds in a row, you'll be at the maximum round loss bonus. But NIP, they win a round that resets the bonus, and now they're back to losing again, which means they've got just enough money for a buy here, but you can tell they've got almost nothing. They will have, I mean, 14-1 might actually be a reality if they lose this round.
Yeah, the one thing for the economy to note there on a side note as well is when you're an in-game leader and you play against team, even though it's 9-1, like you were saying last round, Titan, they're still kind of low on money. It's only one player that has more money to spend. NIP knows this, so even though they lost round, they know that Titan's going to be, you know, quite poor. So they're taking a gamble, just force buying again. If they do manage to win this round, there's a big possibility that Titan's just going to be forced to save, and then all of a sudden you have another team.
So at least they have a goal in IP. They know what they need to do, but Exist and Forrest are down already. Smiths and Existence doing a great job defending this bomb site. Normally, 2 of the weaker players on this lineup, but right now they're both stepping it up so massively that B bomb site has become a really hard target to try and breach. And flashbang in there. Scream was supposed to be behind him a little bit too even. Alu already being tagged down, and the follow-up, Freiberg runs right into a headshot. Alu will take the 1 kill in, but it's Get Right left alive, and he's in a 1 versus 4. Makes it a 1v3. We've got 40 seconds here, and Shocks coming close. Easy kill with the pistol. It's going to be 10-1.
Yeah, and this is the point where for NIP, since they bought the previous round, if you just look at the money, the max they have 2K, 2.8K even. They can't even buy here. Yeah, sure, they can try and force buy once more, which was the round that they actually ended up winning last time, right? But sooner or later, you're gonna have to make a decision. Okay, do we want to take a gamble and save, or are we just gonna keep on grinding and hope for the best?
I mean, they do have a 100% win rate in their force-ups, Fifth Larry. It's pure maths for you there. I don't know why you want to argue with the science here.
How is that 100%?
They won the one round that they forced up in.
Oh, they forced up. They almost forced up every round.
I will do it for pistol then. The pistol arm.
They had a pistol on the side, but you lost.
Alright, then 50%. I'm not going to argue this anymore.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Force misses have gone down. The fact is, they didn't go for the force armor this time. It's just going to be the pistol. A little bit of pistols here. Smoke grenade, you know, maybe some hope there to try and get a bomb plant if it was possible. But it seems like, again, Titan are playing fairly aggressively around the plateau here. So getting in and getting the bomb down, even that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and one thing that I want to note as well, if you just look at NIP's scores online, they're doing really well, right? So, on almost all the maps. So, my thinking is, why would you even let it go to a map like Cobblestone when you've been playing so good on the other maps? So what are you afraid of when you know, if you have this YOLO side, you pick a map which is extremely hard to be YOLO on?
Byron, there is no better player, no better analyst that I have had in the world here to answer that question for me. You used to be on this team.
Yeah.
I think NIP as a top team, and they pretty much always have been. How are they also simultaneously one of the worst teams at picking map, with drafting the maps? Because there's been so many incidents where this has happened, where they've ended up on a map that they should have never ended up on.
Yeah, I think that we've always had a very unique approach to the veto process, even when I was still playing. You know, when we were very dominant, we had the map pool in our favor, so whatever we did was we just vetoed their best map and we played anything else. Now it's gone to the point where they're not even that comfortable on certain maps, so they're forced to veto their worst maps. And then all of a sudden you're in a pickle where it ends up like this.
I think probably the most shocking example was when you guys played VP in Katowice and ended up on pretty much VP's 3 best maps and then ultimately lost that major. I think that was when I think a lot of people started thinking, what exactly are NIP doing with these vetoes? Look at this setup here from Titan. 3 people, and they're going to be pushing aggressively right into NIP. Frybreath to be able to kill Alan's there as well. Shock to the 1 return. He's got 5-7 out as well. Looking for Alan. He's going to win that fight as well. Existence fighting Get Right and 1 click away from doing exactly the same. It's now 2 versus 3 though, and NIP with maybe a chance to pick up a second round here in the first half, and it is much needed. They need everything they can get at the moment. Shock's getting shot down to 10 health as well. He's going to go down. Forrest dropping him right through the door, and that's going to be Existence now. Not really up that he could do. So finally a second round, and it wasn't entirely gifted, but Titan did go for that aggressive push at maybe the worst time possible.
Yeah, that's something they tried to do the one round that NIP fell back to A again, where you saw RPK, they just pushed into the long hallway there when Shox was in middle. I think that's the kind of their approach when they do see people in mid. They don't want NIP to take control more than they have, and just push it back. It didn't really work out that specific round, but now you're in a situation for Titan where Existence is really forced to save us up here because, well, first of all, it's bomb down 3-on-1, but look at the money, right? It's not doing good. Well, Shox has been saving quite a bit. They can still buy next round, but it's gone to the point where if you end up losing next round, you're in a situation where you might just end up losing the remaining rounds.
Oh, is that? I think that was Anna on the teddy bear there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very sweet. We all saw the intro as well, so we can't understand it.
Yeah.
Really good job that they've been filming all those videos. I
actually really like them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Titan changing their CT side setup before NIP really even necessarily know how to beat it. It seems like it's been working, but I mean, they're really trying to stay a step ahead. Instead of letting NIP figure out the setup, they actually try and change it and go a little bit aggressive every once in a while. It is going to be the 14th round, almost at the end of the half here, and NIP, they've been struggling massively. Nobody really seems to be individually able to step it up and bring them back into the game, and they need that right now. Existence, on the other hand, has been doing a fantastic job over here on the plateau, taking down Exist early on here.
Yeah, and again, you see there, this is very common. It was very common a few months ago as well, where you have this one guy on the T side just trying to lurk out towards the B box, like a good position, might just be able to pick someone off. But people know this now, and it's one of those things where if the seats have good economy and they have a Molotov, it's easily countered.
Incendiary out.
Yeah, it's almost like it's the opposite of what it is on most maps, where on most maps the standard is to throw flashbangs and then go. On this map, you're right, people tend to sort of try and creep out a little bit too much, maybe. RPK here, great angle for nothing but headshots there. Forest is going to be going down. It's now a double opening in favor of Titan, and things are looking really rough here for the Swedes. Scream trying to fall back into a safer position, which once you're 2 kills up, you might as well play it safe from there on out. 30 seconds left here.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially when you look at the position the Titan players have on that A bomb site. There's no way they're going to be able to go in there and plant the bomb.
Shocks absolutely wrecking them. Double kill there and Scream to finish it off. Nobody even dying this round for Titan. With the fight that was sort of extended out throughout pretty much all the map, the whole map range there just got used. Drop room, then the plateau, and then over at A as well. We're going to be moving into the 15th round, last of this first half here. And NIP buying what they can, which is really not that much, but got no choice anymore.
I mean, if you compare NIP's recent matches they have played, and you compare it to this game, it's actually quite different. It feels like they have gone back to their old ways once more, and it's like, well, okay, yeah, we tried it, guys, it was fun, you know, we managed to win a few rounds, but let's just go back to what we normally do, and, you know, just, again, go one by one. Look at that, like.
One by one with the bomb out on the plateau as well. Not sure if Smiths necessarily saw a drop, but still, they have to go and pick it up eventually, and really good double start here for the French AWP for a way into the round again. Exists is going to be going down. Freiburg and Get Right are the only 2 people left here. It is looking like a 13-2 finish here, unless something miraculous happens. System's going to spray down Get Right, and Freiburg is right behind him. He's not realizing it. Nice way to end the round. A Scream gets a headshot there on Freiburg. It will be 13-2 and a completely decisive victory for Titan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's too much to say about that whole half. NIP playing very sloppy and Titan playing extremely well, especially when you have a player like Smiths. We were talking about it before, where he's not necessarily a star player, but when he shows up, I mean, he used to be so good on Dust 2, for example, one of the best operators on Dust 2 on the CT side, and that was kind of when he joined Envious, that kind of faded a little bit. So it's quite nice to see now that he's getting back into the range when you do have daddy existence there to maybe with the whip a little bit and just seeing him back on in form.
So, I mean, they had their tactical timeout at some point, and it didn't really give them a lot, but they at least tried to do it. We've got about a minute left here before the second half comes into play. Why is it not possible when you're an NIP to just, try and sort of mentally, collectively boost everyone, have that team spirit talk where you say, now we're going to get back into it, make it work. It seems like they're not able to do that much anymore. Even when they get some breaks, some openings, it doesn't spark any kind of landslide in their favor. Yeah,
and I think this is the problem. You can see that in a lot of teams where if they've been so dominant for a longer period of time, and then all of a sudden it just ends, right? Like nothing works anymore, and then you go to the point where you lose games that you shouldn't lose, you don't qualify for stuff. The confidence that you have, it will just keep on getting, on a decline, and you get to the point where you mentally just feel like, well, it's not like we're going to win anyway, or, I can't kill this guy. It just gets to you mentally. So even if you do take a pause and, all the teams are going like, yeah, guys, let's go now. Yeah, we can do this. We can win. That's just, in reality, it's kind of fake. Right?
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to fake hype people, but it doesn't really necessarily work. Because the only thing you're thinking about is like, well, it's not like I'm trying, right? Yeah. It's like if you tell me, oh, come on, let's do this. It's like, well, I have been trying. I just can't kill anyone.
Do you think some of that loose style that we've been seeing online that we saw in Dubai is easier to implement when the pressure is less?
Yes.
I mean, it's a major tournament, so for you to just run in and have a good time and let's see how it goes. Must be a harder mentality to put yourself in like that frame of mind for a major like this.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is that here it's like make it or break it, right? But when you play online games and you do that YOLO style, it doesn't matter if you lose a game because you're not going to be out of the league, for example. Yeah. But here, if you lose games, you're out of the tournament. So then all of a sudden the YOLO style maybe works 6 rounds, and then all of a sudden you start getting, you're not confident enough anymore, and then it's just going to get worse. And that's when you do have to work as a team and just try and make something happen, get a few rounds on the board.
Well, Titan are expecting some sort of play here coming out. Shox is ready and waiting for Forrest. He tabs him once in the face and sends him back. So Titan not wanting to let NIP set up for anything grand here, really trying to approach this round slowly. And NIP, they sort of play their one card there, but now they've got a bit of a stack going on over here by Drop. Not really many people at the plateau, but it doesn't matter, they're all coming down. Freiburg gonna pick up the opening frag here. Get right fighting, but he's not gonna be good enough. Now PK and Scream getting back assist with a double headshot, and that might just be what NIP need. If they don't win this round, this match is probably gonna be over already. If they win it, there is a slim, and I mean a very slim chance for them to get back in. Forrest with a headshot on Shocks, and now it's looking a little bit better. Smith's gonna be the last man left. 1 versus 3, and if he could just get the bomb down, at least Tyson would get something out of this round. He's creeping around the corner, walking right into Alwyn as the first kill for Smith. He is right now top fragging. If he clutches his 1v3, that would be, I think, one of the most important games of Smith's career, almost, this one. Against NIP in the group stage of a major tournament. They need to make it on Titans. It's about time they make it to quarterfinals at least.
I was going to say, they've never been out of groups, right?
Yeah.
So then, you know, every single game counts for Titan here. You're just, like you're saying, just reaching quarterfinals is a massive step for them, so...
Smith's jumping up on the plateau, and NIP slow on the rotate. They do not currently have a kit picked up, so they need to move fast here. Smith's got to be careful, back at hiding as well, doing a little bit of damage, looking for the shot. He's going to headshot Forrest, and now it's down into a 1v1. Exist has picked up the kit in the meantime. That's probably why they went through there to begin with, and now he's up on the plateau, waiting. Exist has to come and find him. The path position is perfect for Smith. He's going to fake it once. Exist is going to get the headshot, and I think he's just going to have enough time for the defuse here as well. What a close round. Almost a 1v3 for Smith there, but NIP, they get the one crucial round they need. You know, NIP magic and all that. How far back is the road right now for the Ninjas? I'm not talking mathematically, because I can do the maths myself, but...
Yeah, I mean, just the two frags that are coming in from Exist were just massive. Get right, just completely whiffing Scream there in the drop room. Just... For Exist to actually go in there and get the triple at the end, they get the bomb down. It means a lot. I mean, like you're saying, if you end up losing that round, then the momentum or anything that you might have had, the hope you might have had is just gone.
Well, nice counter grenades coming out here from Freiburg, doing good damage, and Shocks has put on an AK as well, so Titan are really trying to catch the on from. Exist seems to be firing up here. Gonna get the one headshot. The double grenade lands as well. I think it only took down one. Exist got the other one, but it was perfectly timed, and now Smiths and Shocks are gonna be left here. 2 versus 4 to try and see if they can salvage this round. Exist now with the triple, looking for the last here in his quad, but gonna get stolen by Shocks, who does land 2 headshots. They're gonna be able to save some of these rifles, but still that round ended up being a bit more expensive than maybe NIP would have wanted.
Yeah, and actually I'm surprised that Titan actually did this buy. Normally when you get the bomb down, you just completely save, maybe buy a flash or whatever, and then just wait to get the AKs. Something that we've been seeing more and more as of late. There was a time when even if you get the bomb down, you just bought Tech 9s and you just got more nades to play with, right? But now it's getting to a point where it's coming back the way that people played before. If you get the bomb down, you save. If you don't, then you force fire. And there you saw, yeah, it was a close round, but they have so many rounds to work with. They don't have to take the gamble in buying. Just make sure you save up money and then just, you know, play the weapon rounds with everything that you can instead of just force buying and stuff. You see RPK with a shotgun now. It's like, why?
Well, Scream has a flashbang. Put the right flash in, jump down with the shotgun. You're shaking your head as I'm talking.
Yeah, no, but it's like...
I want to believe that this Nova play can work. Although he's down once, twice, he got outed by shotgun. Get right, fighting fire with fire and taking down Scream as well. It's going to be a really good start here for NIP, and this is important. They have to win these rounds and not lose anybody. They need a huge bank. They need such a big bank that the only way Titan could ever force an eco is to win, you know, 2 rounds in a row or something like that. So they really do need all this money. Triple kill on Get Right. 13-5 going to be the scoreline here. How long do they have to make it back before we start taking the comeback seriously? I mean, when is the cutoff point where you think Titans are going to start to think, wait a minute, this is slipping from us?
Well, I wouldn't really call it yet, because right now what you saw was Titan's pistol round, Smith's almost winning that in, you know, a 1-on-3 fashion, and then Titan just force buying it. I would probably say, you know, since Titan has so many rounds to work with, keep in mind, NIP needs 11 rounds to actually end up with a win here, and that's pretty much, that's a hard task.
Yeah. So maybe once we're all the way back to a tied scoreline, 13-13, then we can start to reevaluate the situation a little bit here. There is a couple of rifles here, and in spite of the impending doom for NIP, they still go with an MP9 and a Max 7. Maybe the Max 7 is reasonable as long as you can get the kills and drop, but if you're trying to retake bombs out of the Max 7, suddenly things get a little bit more tricky. Shocks making some initial noise here, setting up for a smoke as well. They've only got 1 player on the other side of the map, Titan. That's Smith's hanging around.
Yeah, you see the Exist with SMGs, very good positioning there. He can just manage to, if they rush out there, he has some close range.
See, Existence is making a lot of noise here, and Forrest close by, getting a double headshot. What a way to start the round. He's going to get down by Scream. And Freiburg with some blind spray through a screen just walked into that, which is a little bit funny. Shox is going to be taking down Freiburg, and it's going to be a 2-3 now. Still not done yet, and walking in right through the doorway there. Alu saw it coming. Smith's going to be downed, and now Shox last man left, but he's going to be able to get the bomb plant here. And if ever there was a player on this team you'd want left for a 1v3, it just might be Shox. Looking for the initials of fight here. He wants to make it at least a 1v2 or 1v1 before he even thinks about planting. A little bit worried, and now he's down to 22. That might have been his opportunity. Just snipped away there. Get right. Gonna catch him out of the open. A little bit of help. Oh, Shox still landing a headshot. Alu should be able to flank him here. He puts it down once, and because of the time, he couldn't even fake it. So Alu gonna get the parting kill.
Yeah, good round by Forrest, just getting the two entries there when Titan dropped. It was actually quite smart of him as well, because normally when you do end up going towards the drop zone, you just tend to just cut straight into B. Titan had a new approach to it, where it's just they jumped 3 out the window instead. And Forrest, you know, he was just smart enough to back off, just to be able to help the B guys in long distance instead of short distance, and you know, Titan just managed just to drop down on him. So. And we see her again. Like, look at Titan's buy. Like, I don't agree with this buy at all. You see Scream with armor and P250, flash or a smoke on a 6 with a Tech 9, a Deagle on RPG. Like, why are you doing this buy when you're so far ahead? Just save your money, get an op on Smiths if you want, or just make sure you get the Molotovs you need to actually take the B bomb site. Don't keep on buying like this, because you're just basically spending money that you may need when it gets closer, you know, in this game.
Yeah, right now they're spreading themselves thinly over a large amount of rounds, whereas all they need is a couple of knockout blows and the match is won. So we'll see if that's going to end up hurting them. Right now it definitely could be Forrest opening up on Smithson, winning that fight, and he's taking another one here with RPK. He's not going to get the shot, ends up going down in existence here. Also very low on health, so not going to be able to do too much to Alu. And Forrest will show up and clean up the rest here, so a comfortable round again for NIP. Lots of people surviving. 13-7 is going to be the scoreline, and the NIP economy see 2 people starting this round on plus 10,000. Couple of people lacking a little bit behind, but it's still looking decent.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what I was talking about for Titan. There's two options why you would buy like that. One is that you think that the NIP players are low, but you don't want to buy, but you want to keep their economy low. You just want to try and get some picks. Or 2, that you're just so overconfident that you might win with that, you know, an eagle and whatever. So you just go for it. And he's happy to take that. They're just, yeah, come with us with like just a deagle or, you know, nothing. We're happy to take the rounds away from you. Because sooner or later, you guys are going to probably crumble. We're in a very good situation here. With the money blooming, you know, C.2 side is going well. Yeah. You know, out here.
And that has been the pattern so far in the second half here. Titan maybe not realizing, or maybe thinking it's just a temporary thing. We'll get right back into it here. Shox moving out on the plateau, looking for a headshot on existing. Get right showing up to help out Freiburg nearby as well. Some jumping shots coming out of Get Right, a little bit adventurous with an AK of all weapons there. Shox really trying to be patient up here at the back, but Get Right might have seen him jumping. Not sure if he did. A lot of action over here, but on the other side of the map, Scream opens up with a shot on Alu. He's finally winning that fight against Shox and Forrest. Now he's going to get caught. He's getting shot in the back, but he takes down existence before he falls. A big kill coming in here from Forrest, and now it's going to be Scream and Smiths left. 2 versus 3. No bomb plant happening yet. It's all the way down in the middle, and in fact, they had to go back and pick it up, and that's going to buy a lot of time for NIP to rotate into better position. Scream, nice shot on Freiburg, and now it's back into a 2 versus 2. Are they going to try and see if they can actually get this round through? Bomb is down now, and Scream making noise. I'm not sure if they heard that. Get Right is actually right next to him, spraying long range and not connecting, and now it's going to be down to a 1 versus 1. Exist is up there, and Scream is the only player who's unknown right now. Exist, they know exactly where he is, but no one has any clue where Scream is. He peeks out once, twice. It's going to be a quad kill, a headshot on Exist, and Titan making it to 14 rounds. That rotation back from Scream, and they had no idea where he was.
Yeah, I was just looking at the radar, and the bomb was down in mid, and Getron was actually flanking, and instead of just going up mid, he decided to go into the long hallway instead, and obviously Scream had no idea where he was, so he just dropped down mid. This could have ended up in you know, way differently if Getron just went up in the middle there.
Laying down smoke.
What a round, and that's going to be 14-7 now. All on Alu again. Existence playing with so far just the pistol, it seems, and it's going to be Forrest taking down Scream. 2 more rounds for Titan. They might have done it, but Forrest going to open up with a big opening double kill here, and you can tell already they're posturing like they want to get back to a defensive position, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, great count again by Forrest. Really, throughout the first whole C2 side here, it's been playing really well. And for Titans, you know, if they keep on losing members like this, they're not really, you know, instead of doing, you saw in a T side where they just stacked together and they went towards the site, even though it was, you know, a very poor execute half, they at least went together. Titan have more of a default approach where they just try to take control of the map. You see Shocks tend to just go out B, you know, try and get a pick. The remaining Titan players just holding drop, one in the middle, one on the long sideway. And then all of a sudden, when NIP are getting the picks that they want, for Titan, they just can't do anything.
A nice boost as well, Freiburg and Get Right boosting up there, and Shocks actually did kind of try to check for it, but the flashbang wasn't enough, and now it's up to Existence here, 1 versus 3. See if he could get something done with about 24 seconds left. He's going to monitor up the hen house, try and see if anyone's hiding back there, but walks right into Exist, who has actually been overtaken for top frags on NIP's side. It's actually Forrest now, who has really stepped it up in the last couple of rounds. We're looking at 14-8, still a 6-round difference between the two teams.
Yeah, and for NIP, it was a good round to win, especially because it's going to put Titan on yet another eco. They won the former one with not so many members alive, and you know, it's a one-on-one, so it's only one member surviving with the weapon. So they're basically forced on a save once more.
Fire in the hole.
And that's how it's going to play out. You know, we say a 6-round difference, but it's obviously not going to be 6 spy rounds out of the They're going to have to eco every once in a while here. Scream opening up with one, getting a second headshot on Exist, and now Freiburg has to stand up here, and he's going to get 2 kills. A third one's incoming, and Smith goes down as well. What a time for Freiburg to come alive. That's huge. If he goes down as the third man in line and he was exposed, there was no cover. If he dies, that's it. The bomb side is lost, and Alu's going to finish that round 14-9. I mean, Freiburg, we really haven't seen a lot out of him at all, but that triple there was big.
Yeah, especially, you know, if Titan would have won that, they were on a save, just bought some Tech 9s. If they would have won that, then for the NIP's part, that would just be devastating. Freiburg, great hold, the triple spray down. But yeah, for Titan here now, look again, because they keep on buying. This is what I'm talking about, the buy that you just did here. If they would have just stopped buying previously, they could afford AKs now by now, right? Instead, they do yet another sloppy buy, and I do not understand the reasoning behind this.
Oh, I mean, if it ends up being one of those mythical comebacks here, then maybe that's one of the factors that we're going to have to look for in the Titan lineup here. Grenade on down in the middle, and Alu with the follow-up AWP shot. A second one from row here. Third one coming in before they finally shut him down, but then Get Right has shown up. He's going to get one. He doesn't want to take the long-range spray this time. He's going to get the headshot on Smith instead. That's a nice round there. Alu's AWP, is it anywhere to be? Yeah, I think Get Right caught it there. So 14-10. Historically speaking, this is actually a problem that Titan have had in the past. When they used to play you guys way back during the whole 87-0 record, sometimes they would end up forcing and then actually ending up in a 14-14 situation, and they couldn't buy anymore. So this whole force-up thing is something that Existence, if he's the one making these calls, has run into in the past.
Yeah, it's because they get so stressed out, right? Instead of just thinking we have so many rounds to work with, they just want to take the win. They just want to win right away, and the idea is that, well, let's not even get them into the game, right? Let's just keep on buying, try and win. But in reality, when you play a team like NIP or any other top tier team as well, for that matter, if you keep on playing, eventually you would just end up losing the game.
And it's not quite what's happening yet, but we might be getting there at some point. It was a great opening for Existence here, shutting down Get Right. Alu playing a dangerous and close combat game here with a sniper rifle, while the rest of the team is moving up. And Existence Forest, they're going to go down. Titan off to a fantastic start in this round. Double kill for Existence, and he's not going to touch the ground. Freiburg will take him out, and Alu's sneaking through what has been popularly called the murder hole, and there's a good reason for it. You just don't survive going through if someone's waiting on the other side.
He did get one, though.
He got one.
That's
in the back line.
Yeah, I just walled him as well. But a little bit dirty. Yeah, this is something I wanted to see from Titan from the beginning. You know, look at what they did now. They had all the nades, they had everything needed. They went together towards A-bomb side, managed to get right off the bat, and then Force was in a very bad situation just to complete a little bit too aggressive in the middle area, just trying to hold both long sideway and also mid, all by himself. You know, if Titan just takes advantage of that and they do go together, he just ends up falling. So now it's do or die basically for NIP.
match and map point here against a Titan team that has come almost, I think, uniquely prepared considering their major tournament careers here. They're really in good form right now. Forrest, though, with a nice opening, and Smith was perfectly ready for it, but that crouching kill there was just a little bit too quick, and we'll see. Titan's economy won't really tolerate any kind of reset right now. They need to win quick, otherwise they will run out of money, and we could be going to overtime, which is something that NIP have tried a lot.
Yeah, and especially when NIP got the entry here there. So 4-on-5 situation for Titan. Here you see Scream just rotating back. It looks to be like an A, B play once more. I'm hoping that they would actually try to just go out the original way, just have one guy lurking in the drop, and just try and get the bomb site control first, and then just eventually just try and hold them off.
Well, right now they are definitely looking for an execute here. Freiburg taking a really safe jump there, but the grenade fails a little bit, so that's a bit unfortunate. Some counter grenades are still raining out. Freiburg is going to try one more time. This time it's successful with the Molotov as well, and Alu's right behind him. Got to be careful they don't block each other too much there. 30 seconds left now for Titan to make their way through. It's not a lot of time. Flick is initially missed. They're going to try a bit more. Insist goes down. Get right, picking up one with the shotgun. 25 seconds. They've got to move now. Titan will become one at a time, and now it's just down to RPG and Shox. 7 health on both players, and RPK goes down. So a bit of a strange round. They got locked down on that plateau. Some good counter grenades coming out from NIP, even if they failed one of them. And Titan just never sold the opening.
Yeah, no, NIP actually, the positioning from the NIP players were actually quite poor. They had 2 guys at the back of bomb site just blocking one another. For Titan, they actually had 2 smokes to work with there. I'm surprised they actually didn't use any of them. Instead, they just walked out, tried to take a duel, just get anti-flash, Molotov, the H-Sheet, and the 2 smokes that they actually did have, they just ended up dying with them instead.
Fire in the hole.
So 15-11, still another 4 match points here. Titan have to try and see if they can win this, but again, it's just pistols, no armor here. Overtime is definitely in the cards right now for NIP if they can keep their heads cool. And Get Right is jumping for a little bit of information. Got to be careful because Smith is up there, but not going to be any kind of issue right now. He's gone down. It's also a double up setup for NIP.
Yeah, I do like this because then, well, look at how they're staying and Alu both with the AWPs towards the A-bomb side.
Consistent Freiburg, going to kill each, and Scream is going to go down to RPK, last man left with the Deagle, and eventually gets a kill there, and a headshot on Freiburg. Beautiful play from RPK, but not going to be enough to do any kind of real damage. And NIP don't care that much about the economy anymore, because it's not going to be any more save rounds or rebuys or anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. I mean, Scream, I'm not sure. I think he bought a pistol last round, and look at this round, right? He buys like a little now instead because he just spent money last round where you don't really have to exist with the Tech 9. He opts to go for the nades instead. But yeah, like you're saying, I think they don't really care about economy right now because if they lose the round, they lost. So for Titan to keep on buying like that, it's not going to be to any effect unless they just eventually ends up winning that fourth guy.
The Frenchmen right now having an American approach to economy. Just if you don't have the money, just keep buying anyway.
Just if you don't have the money, borrow it.
Yeah, they would. It's going to be the 28th round. Alu up here looking for a bit of a shot down the middle, and it's going to hit Smith. He goes for the repeat here, the finish trying to see if he can bring it back, but he's going to go down to RPK. Now Forrest is isolated in this corner with the AWP. He gets a kill before he goes down, and he's still got 12 health left. Exist there to try and help him out, but that fire is actually blocking him, and somehow Forrest gets to live as they try and rotate back. They do have a player on B right now, so that's probably why they're rotating the bomb back here. They've got Shox waiting in the doorway. Oh, this could be a horrible way for NIP to lose. If they walk through and don't check, if they know Shox in the corner, this could lose them everything. Bomb, if it goes down, then Shox might be in the godlike position. Existence is going to punch in those numbers. He's actually on 100% health, so he's going to be just fine. But I think Shox is going to be the key player here, and Existence making some noise, trying to pretend that I'm on this bomb side, just having a bit presence right now in NIP's mind, and trying to see if they can make Shox entirely invisible. He's going to peek out one. Shox is going to get the kill. They know where he is. Double kill for Shox. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Shox is going to finally go down in this. NIP retaking that site. And that was a little bit scary from a 2-on-4 into a 2v2.
Yeah, and for Existence, I'm quite surprised. He got the bomb down, and then instead of getting a better position, he was just stuck there, like, with nowhere to hide. And, when Shox has that position that he has, if he plays it cool, we do see the replay from 2 kills that he got. So instead of playing it cool, he could just been all the way towards the door. There's no way NIP would have checked that because, you know, for them, they thought that both were in middle.
Yeah.
So he could just basically just let the two NIP players just run towards the bomb site. Existence just hide in the bomb site, and then all of a sudden you just have to basically kill the bomb diffuser, right? But instead, Shox was a little bit too aggressive, took that duel. Sure, he got the 2 kills, right? So if Existence still had a better position, they would have won that round. But since he just got caught off guard with one of the worst afterplan positions I've seen actually this tournament so far, then it's not that easy, right? Because I mean, you're leaving Shox with basically 10 HP versus 2 NIP players, even though the bomb is down.
Right, so a good double kill from Shox and a good call initially to even rotate back to B. Those two things put them in a position to win the round, but the poor afterplant position kind of lost that again for them. Now, I think Shox ended up calling a timeout here. Tactical timeout, obviously, for Titan this time, very, very late in the game.
Yeah. And look, I mean, look at it this way now, right? They just call a timeout. There's 2 more rounds left to be played this game, unless it goes to overtime. And look at Titan's buy. This is one of these situations where it's really make it or break it. It's like one of those things that do you have the balls to save here, or just buy like a little bit and just try to go for a 16-14 win, or you're just gonna, you know, shit the bed and just end up buying here and then just end up losing going into overtime.
Well, we are about to find out as we do get back in here, and it is going to be an all-in here for Titan. They've got the AKs, they've got the armor, and they're going to try and go for it. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense as well in the light of the fact that they've lost 3 rounds in a row, which means their round loss bonus is kicking in here. So as long as they get a bomb plant in this round, they should be okay. They could probably still buy in the last round, at least some sort of buy. But right now, they got to step it up big here, Titan. They need to close out this game. I mean, considering the performance they put in first half, this is their match to win.
Yeah. I'm actually quite surprised for Titan. They actually haven't really done a solid execute yet. They've just been going, when they went A, they went middle and just got up in the Alu. Went B, they just threw 1 smoke and just went out. Didn't really smoke anything. Here they're actually doing something and execute.
They're certainly setting up for it. They're ready up on the plateau as well. Get right holding close to that hole in the wall with the max 7, so they got to be careful. But Shox there with the opening shot. This is looking good right now for Titan. Freiburg trying his best. They line up for him. He could have almost got that triple, but they both survive, and now it's all on Forest. 1 versus 4. He takes down Existence, but this is a task that might be too big even for Forest right now. He's got the health for it. He needs to find 1 kill at a time, and Scream is going to shut it down. It will be Titan to take it over NIP 16-13. What a play here for the French-Belgian team.
Yeah, and you saw there, like, that could have ended up, you know, possibly in overtime.